everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Excellent. Thanks for coming out on this slightly rainy winter night. Welcome to the Frederick Festival of the Lights. Brought to you by Celebrate Frederick, nonprofit organization that organizes many of the fabulous events here in Frederick, such as the 4th of July in Baker Park, In the Streets, the Summer Concert Series, and the Kris Kringle Parade. I'm Jim Ratchett, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for tonight. A very big thank you to Celebrate Frederick's corporate sponsors for their generous support in 2014, which make all these events possible. Each sponsor is listed in your program. It is now my pleasure to introduce our mayor, Mayor Randy McClellan.
Thank you, Jim. Good evening, everyone. Come on, wake up. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all very much for coming out. This event is probably one of my favorites of what we do. We appreciate the fact that the church has allowed us to move in here again for the second year. Mother Nature sometimes doesn't cooperate. We'd much rather have you in here nice and dry and warm for the event than out there going eating like this, same place, be over with. So we don't want that to happen. This is a neat event. It shows the character and spirit of our town. We were talking, and I'm going to be very honest, we were talking earlier, it says in the program, Mayor does history. Mayor can't remember the history of this. But we tried to piece it together, and if we remember right, when it started, it was a lady in town who felt that the spirit of Christmas was being lost, that there was a lot of retail and commercial, which is a good part of what we do, but it was more in that direction, and she wanted to get that spirit back. So she lit a candle in her window, and the spirit from that candle grew, and her neighbors started lighting candles and placing them in their windows. So the spirit from that one movement grew, and this event sort of just keeps that spirit moving forward. In here, it's a nice setup in here because it shows off the ability of our young angels here that are participating. When it's across the street at City Hall, I always say the best view for this event is the one on top where I stand up on top of the steps, because as we light the candles from the top, the flame spreads out across the courtyards, everything's dark, and it's a really neat event. In here, it has the same effect, but I also like the added touch of our youth being participating in here. So this is the sort of the start of the Fun Festivals times in the city of Frederick. The character of our town is what makes our town, and events like this really add to the character. We have this, the historic house tours this weekend, the Kris Kringle Parade coming up, just a number of wonderful events that we're known for. The lights down on Market Street, Patrick Street. It's my first year as mayor. A lot of you probably remember the little snow we had of 53 inches or so. It took out most of those Christmas lights. We hadn't had the opportunity to get the lights down before the blizzard came, and the trees started snapping, which took out the lights. And when I found out how much it was going to cost to replace the lights, we didn't have that money. It was over $20,000 to replace the lights. The citizens, and you guys, stepped forth and said, we need them. It's part of our character, it's part of the Christmas spirit, it's part of the town. And lo and behold, a campaign came together, and they actually collected $50,000 to put those lights back up. So we have spares in case it happens again. But again, it just shows the character of our town, and I just want to say it's my opportunity to thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being a part of the character of this town. Wish all of you and yours and your family a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. And thank you very much, and have a great night.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And it's now my honor to introduce Carlos Klein, who will speak to us about the wonderful community spirit of Frederick. Carlos is the founder of the Women's Giving Circle, a group that since it began in 2006 has donated over $600,000 to organizations that aid women in need. Carlos also volunteers her time and her efforts to many nonprofit organizations here in town and inspires many with her generosity and enthusiasm for Frederick. Please join me in welcoming Carlos Klein.
Thank you. Isn't this exciting? It's only a couple weeks till Santa will be coming to your house, and so I know I can't wait. I hope Santa brings me something good. It's times like this that we know how lucky we are to live in Frederick. My husband Tom and I are very involved in the community, and we love it so much that we tell everyone we vacation in Frederick. We almost never leave because it's better to be here than it is to be anywhere else as far as we're concerned. Year-round, this is a really generous, caring community. And so much of that is because of the people. That's what makes the difference. We have great historic properties and lots of shops, but it's the people that really give the community spirit that we feel tonight. We have groups like Celebrate Frederick, who put on great events year-round, and Downtown Frederick Partnership, Easels in Frederick. But if they didn't have the volunteers, it wouldn't have the community spirit. Well, actually, they couldn't exist without the volunteers. So that's what community spirit is, as far as I'm concerned. And a bad day in Frederick is still so much better than any day in probably the rest of the world. So we're all very fortunate to be here for many reasons, but volunteering is one of the biggest things. Without a doubt, so many other communities are envious of what we have going on here, so embrace that. People say that the goodness that you do for others comes back to you tenfold. Well, that's something to think about, because it really is true. And I know you don't do it because you want something back, but for some reason karma or something comes into play, because when you give to others, it's good for you. It's actually better for you than what it does for the others, so that's important to keep in mind. So throughout the year, think about that, and no matter what age you are, if you haven't already, try to fit volunteering somewhere in your life, even if it's just an hour a week or an hour a month, because it really is rewarding and it makes a difference in your life. And any effort you make, no matter how small, whether it's financial or volunteering your time, you add all those things up, and that's what brings about this great community spirit that we have, because everybody gives so much time, or little bits of time by lots of people makes a huge difference. And there are many opportunities, no matter what age. All of you angels can volunteer for things. There are lots of things, from little to old, to volunteer for and pay it forward. It's really worthwhile. Personal rewards are great, and it's a gift to not only the community, but it's a gift to you when you give of yourself. And so as we continue the activities on this really magical night, think about how very fortunate we are to live in this community with this great community spirit. And the great spirit is actually all of you tonight, because you're here spreading joyful energy all over the town, and that's what community spirit is. So I think when Santa comes to your houses in a few weeks, he's probably going to go home to Mrs. Claus and say, you know, we should probably move to Frederick, Maryland. And I think that we would be awfully lucky, so let's hope for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. You know, the other day somebody described Carlos as the smile of Frederick. And I think that those words tonight show that a number of people smile because they get to come in contact with you and because of your efforts. So thank you, Carlos. Now everybody, could you please join me in welcoming the Frederick Children's Choir, led by Miss Judy Du Bois. Mr. Boyce. Now, it wouldn't quite feel like the holidays here in Frederick if we didn't sing a few carols together. So I'd like to invite you all to stand and sing along with the chorus. The lyrics are all in your program.
This is when I wish I was 7 feet tall, but I'll try and help you get started. We're starting Jingle Bells on the refrain Jingle Bells, and then we'll sing the Dashing Through the Snow verse, and then we'll finish with Jingle Bells again. And I'm going to give my little percussionist a cue. And we'll sing, Jingle Bells. That'll be our starting.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Very nice. Next, will you join us in Deck the Halls? And we're singing all 3 verses. I know that the lighting is a little bit dim, so some of you may have to work at remembering all 3 verses, but my singers up front have the music and they can see, so they'll help you.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, fa la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la.
I always think I've never had that song performed, especially in an occasion like this where we haven't smiled when we got to the heedless of the wind and weather part. Seems like there's always wind and weather when we're singing it. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings of Christmas.
this time, I'd like to invite Mayor McClement to light tonight's first candle. And to symbolize our community spirit, please share your flame with those around you once your candle is lit, as we sing Silent Night together. The words are in your prayer.
Okay, girls.
On behalf of Celebrate Frederick, thank you all for attending this year's Festival of the Lights. Don't miss a special concert tonight by the city's caroliner, John Widman, in the Bell Tower in Baker Park, and it'll begin shortly after the event tonight. Please join me in thanking the wonderful Frederick Children's Chorus, our speaker, Carlos Klein, our angels, who are members of Frederick Brownie Troop 81741, students from Visitation Academy, Bonnie Van Buskirk, our sign language interpreter, All Saints Episcopal Church for allowing us to use their wonderful facilities, and the Festival of Lights Committee, co-chairs Tracy Ratchett and Kristen Tidings, and all of the wonderful event volunteers here who help make this event possible. Thank you.